এখানে বসলে আরাম করে ভিডিও করতে পারবো না, এখানে ভিডিও করার জন্য বেটার। ও এটা জর্ডানিয়ান একটা ট্রাইবাল ট্রেডিশনাল ডান্স।
يلا الغيث يا ربي تسقي زارعنا الغربين يلا الغيث يا ربي تسقي زارعنا الغربين Wheat and harvest Jordan
সানায়ের শরীর খারাপ, ওর অনেক ঠান্ডা লাগছে, ও রেস্ট নিতেছে ঘরে, সানি আছে ওর সাথে।
The oldest known piece of bread was discovered in Jordan Eastern Desert, aged 14,400 years. Jordanians presented the first known sickle in human history. The first known brand of sugar, Monteria sugar, was produced in Shobek near Petra. Jordanians export the oldest and finest quality olive oil to the rest of the world. Olive oil was caravanned on camels in special ceramic pots with a bottom drain. The ceramic craft goes hand in hand with the quality of the produce. The torch of Rome, Haifa town today, in the north of Jordan, was the capital of olive oil in the Roman era. The first known sewing needle was made in Petra. The first known copper mine is in Finan, south of Tafila, 50 kilometers from Petra. Nabateans crafted a sophisticated irrigation system, engineered pressure conduits from clay that are still present today in Petra. We, Jordanians, brought light to the poor. We invented the first clay lantern. Jordanians are calling the rain-grown crops Baal. This name comes from the god of the rain Baal, to which the old Jordanians crafted metallic monuments coated with gold and silver. Beitras in the north of Jordan was home to the finest vineyards producing quality wine that poets mentioned in their poems. Many of today's dishes in Jordan go back deep in history. Mansaf, Mjallale, Rashoof, Makmoura, to name a few, are coming from deep in the past that distill the knowledge of food making of Jordanians. When you eat these dishes, you experience deep human history.
চাটা খাবা না? চাটা খুব মজার তো, চাটা খাও। চা খাবা না? আমাকে
Great Revolt and the Hashemites. The Ottoman rule of Arabia created sentiment among Arabs. Starting from the 15th century, Arabs tried to revolt against the Ottoman rule until united under Sharif Hussein bin Ali of Mecca, who took advantage of Turkey being busy in World War I, sided to Central Powers against the Allies. Abdullah and Faisal, sons of Sharif Hussein, led the Arab forces against the Ottoman. Lawrence of Arabia, a British army colonel, played a role in helping these forces by cutting the Hejaz Railway, which was vital to the Ottoman army. Shmagh, the red headscarf worn by Jordanians, was the symbol of Arabs' revolt unity. The Great Arab Revolt was given a promise by Britain to help create a big Arab kingdom. That promise was later broken by the vectors of the World War I. The Hashemites ruled Syria and Iraq for a small period of time in the middle of the last century and later established the Kingdom of Jordan. The following kings are the builders of modern Jordan as we see it today. King Abdullah I, he is the first king of Jordan. His rule saw the unity of Jordanians and the recognition of Jordan as a modern country. King Abdullah I ordered the rehabilitation and restoration of antiquities in Jordan, introduced electricity and industrialization in Jordan. He was assassinated in Jerusalem. Jordanians celebrate King Abdullah I as the martyr of Al-Aqsa Mosque of Jerusalem. King Talal bin Abdullah, he is the founder of the Jordanian constitution. King Hussein bin Talal, he is the builder of modern Jordan. In his rule, Jordan experienced its renaissance. King Abdullah II, ruling Jordan today and fostering democracy reforms and promoting technology in Jordan's modern economy.
صبوها القهوة وزيدوها هيل واسقوها للنشامة عطور الخيل.
Coffee in Jordan heritage. Arabian coffee is a brew of roasted coffee and cardamom without sugar. Coffee has a lot of rituals in Jordan heritage. The host drinks the first cup of coffee as a quality check. In the past, tribe leaders used to have a barista called Gahwaji, whose responsibility starts from roasting the beans to serving the drink. In a gathering, coffee is served from right to left, unless the context is jaha, where a tribe comes to the host with a request. In this case, the first cup of coffee is served to the guest group leader. The jaha first cup is put on the table, announcing the incoming group is coming with a request. Asking for a bride, for example, to one of the sons of the jaha people. If the request is granted by the host, the coffee is then drank by all. Drinking coffee is the first thing to do in gatherings. People start talking only after coffee. The maximum number of coffee drinks per person is 3. More than that is considered out of etiquette. The coffee pot is held in the left hand and coffee cup is served in the right hand. The guest should receive the coffee cup in the right hand. Both should slightly bow to each other at the exchange of the coffee cup. After the guest enjoys the coffee, the cup must be handed to the server and not put on the table. If you need more coffee, just return it to the coffee server. If you are done with the coffee and ask for no more, just swing the cup swiftly. Coffee roast tends to be darker in north of Jordan and lighter in the south.
دقوا المهابيش خلوا الهوى جنوبي صوت المهابيش ينده يا محبوبي والريح السودة تيجي لكل مهابيش دقوا المهابيش خلوا الهوى جنوبي صوت المهابيش ينده يا محبوبي والريح السودة تهيج تقول مهابيش. الهوى جنوبي صوت المهابيش ينده يا محبوبي والريح السودة تيجي تقول مهابيش دقوا المهابيش خلوا الهوى جنوبي صوت المهابيش ينده يا محبوبي والريح السودة تيجي تقول مهابيش.
Generosity and hospitality in Jordan culture. Karam.
وسع الميدان يا مي ولد وسع الميدان.
If you see Jordanians arguing loudly in a restaurant after eating a meal, don't worry. They are likely arguing in competition who should pay. Hospitality, or karam, is an honor the Jordanian is always striving to seize. It is deeply ingrained in Jordan culture, and people do not expect anything in return. The host has a special name, Mu'azzib, which is derived from the fact that a Jordanian resides in his place to host the guest. Mu'azzib Rabbah. Mu'azzib Rabbah is a widely used term. It means the host is always the winner. He wins the honor and dignity of helping his guests. Al-Mu'azzib generosity starts from the pleasant face and greetings he should receive his guests well. Feeding the host horse and providing shelter. Making comfortable seating for the guest at the center of the hall or room. Always starting with Arabic coffee with all its majestic Jordanian rituals. And at last, providing the best food the host can provide. Usually the ceremonial mansaf, in which a sheep is slaughtered and respect to the guest. The concept of equality is fundamental to karam. All guests are equal. Privacy is always respected. Jordanians never ask personal questions for guests they host and meet for the first time. Karam concept also covers protection. Some guests might ask for protection in a process called the khala, which means getting under host custody. Mu'azzib, the host, traditionally does not eat with his guests because he's busy servicing them and looking for their needs. If you happen to be a guest to a Jordanian, make sure you eat in your right hand and never use your left hand, especially for mansaf. Women and men are alike in their culture attached to hospitality or karam.
رحبي بضيوف أبوك يا عروس يا مال سوارة يا هلا بضيوف أبوي لو كانوا ملات الحارة يا هلا بضيوف أبوي لو كانوا ملات الحارة.
Jordan wedding rituals. A Jordanian wedding is a window into Jordan's traditions and customs. The ceremonies starts few nights before the wedding day. For a few days, men gather every night to perform dances like Dabke and Samer. They eat dinner like khashuf, which is wheat and lentils cooked in special goat yogurt called jameed, or like mjallale. The night before wedding, ladies perform a special ceremony called henna. It's like the last bachelor night ceremony where the bride friends say farewell to her. The henna ceremony takes place usually in the home of one of the bride's uncles. Girlfriends draw beautiful henna inscriptions on the bride's hands and feet, sing special wedding songs. It is common that the henna ceremony is mixed with tears, expressing joy and missing for the woman who's moving from her family home to her new home. On the wedding day, the husband tribe moves in a convoy, horses in old days and cars today, called Farde, to bring the bride from her family home. The ceremony is a formal request to move the bride and accompany her among special wedding songs. The bride leaves with her belongings, mostly bought by the husband, called jihaz, dowry, which contains her clothes, perfumes, and linen. The bridegroom's ceremony starts by his relatives and friends participating in bathing him. The ceremony is called hammam.
سب العيون ومديدو يحنون,
Where he's bathed in a town spring or at home with special songs. In the wedding day and at the husband place, lunch is served.
صبوا القرا يا اللي معلم عالقرا, صبوا القرا يا اللي معلم عالقرا.
Usually the famous mansab to all guests. Guests make a donation to the bridegroom called nagud. In the past, nagud was in kind, like animals, sugar, or wheat. Today, nagud is made in cash. Nagud is a sort of collective socialism where the community helps the new household in their new startup.
صندوق العروس ينهض أحلام, بالكحل والحنة وريش النقار. صندوق العروس ينهض أحلام, بالكحل والحنة وريش النعام. والبنات يطلن من بني الخيام, والبنات يطلن من يا غزلان الحي الدموع العروس, يا غزلان الحي الدموع العروس. شارن البراقع كانت فراجا شارن البراقع كانت فراجا من تحت البراقع تتجلى الشموس من تحت البراقع تتجلى الشموس صوت العروس يا معبى أحلى والكحل والحنة وبريش النعام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس وبعبات العم وبحنية الخال شيك على الحرير بيتي عالدلال وبعبات العم وبحنية الخال شيك على الحرير البيت عالدلال يا نوايش في النار يا ردة الخال يا نوايش في النار يا ردة الخال لا يقلك الخس يا بني يا ملبوس لا يقلك الخس يا بني يا ملبوس صوت العروس يا معبى أحلى والكحل والحنة والريش النعام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس صوت العروس يا معبى أحلى والكحل والحنة والريش النعام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام والبنات يطلق من بين الخيام يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس يا غزلان الحي التموا على العروس حي الله بنت بلادي الأردنية أخت رجال ونشمية الأردنية أم عيون الكاحيلة مثل الخيل الأصيلة والبنت بتسوى قابيلة الأردنية.
Women in Jordan heritage. The equality and respect for women goes deep in Jordan history. At the Nabateans era and its capital Petra lies the foundation of women, respect and rights. Women ruled in Petra as active queens. Their faces were put on coins. They owned and passed the wealth to their children. They played music side by side with men. The gods' monuments were impersonated in woman characters. Nabateans worshipped goddess as they saw woman a symbol of life and fertility. At the Ghassani era in Jordan, many breathtaking stories are told. Mawiyah led the Ghassani army to defeat the Romans. Women were leading the society, and children were named after their mother, not fathers. The poetry coming from the Ghassani era exhibits the loyalty of women to the family and the involvement of women in trade and farming. The bravery of Jordan women extended into the time of great Arab revolt. Bandam and Mashkhas al-Majali were jailed by Ottoman for their role in financing the tribes to revolt against Ottoman rule. Bandar gave birth, while in prison in 1914, to an astounding army leader, well known for all Jordanians, Habis al-Majali.
يا بنت منهم خوالج يا بنت منهم خوالج يا خواني الأردنية يا خواني الأردنية يا
An-Naimat tribe women played an active role in arming the Arab tribes in their fight against Ottomans, as well as Al-Hajaya tribe near Tafila. The history documents 7 women martyrs in Had al-Daqiq battle in Al-Tafila, which was a big victory in the struggle of the great Arab revolt. In modern Jordan, women play a pivotal role in political and social life. Jordanian women are very active in parliament, and several women carry cabinet seats. Queen Rania of Jordan is a role model for world women and is promoting tourism, education, and women's rights.
يا الأردنية يا الأردنية معكني شما يا الأردنية